Okay, the final rights done and dusted. India had two must-win games. Before that, of course, they had to ensure that South Africa win a game which wasn't must-win for them but must-win for India.
Yes.
After that, India had two must-win games. They're halfway there. 50% of those must-win games have been achieved, with the second 50 versus West Indies that will come on Sunday. But today is not the day to talk about West Indies. Today is the day to celebrate India's performance, and they won by a margin of 72 runs. In that rare scenario, just hypothetically, in that rare scenario that you're looking at, if West Indies end up winning, can India do it? Will they be able to do it? They won't do it because net run rate we would have been out. Would India have a chance if, let's say, West Indies had won and you won by 72 runs? Would you have a chance to
Definitely.
overall the net run rate
Because see what this
of
is.
West Indies?
Yes.
No, look at the numbers.
No, but then look, if we are assuming West Indies would have won,
But if West Indies would have won, they had a net run rate of
a plus
close
5, but then it would come down.
It would come down to 3 or 2. My point is, you're at negative 100.
Because what has happened is, see, I'll tell you, you are minus 3.8. You have come down to minus 0.1.
Yeah.
With a 70 run victory margin. If they beat the West Indies with a similar margin, you would overall the West Indies then. Because this is what is going to happen. More is the victory margin, because look, plus 3 and minus 0.4, it's a margin of 40-30 runs. That's how you're looking at it. So a bigger victory margin, you would have overhauled one of the teams in the net run rate battle. Then.
No, but then West Indies would have been ahead of you. But you would have then have had a target of beating West Indies
Yes.
by a certain runs,
Correct.
which wouldn't have been as unrealistic as
Correct.
we were thinking, right?
Correct.
Because this 72 run win would have neutralized that 76 run loss that you had versus South Africa.
So minus 3.7 is already gone from that earlier loss.
That's what I'm saying.
So
That's what I'm saying.
Another
Plus
70-80 run
3.7
win.
now.
Yeah.
Minus 2 would have taken it.
Plus 3.7, yeah. So you have gained plus 3.7 with a 72 run win. If you achieve a similar, what doesn't give you the chance that you'll overall one of the teams in the race. So that's why.
So, but that of course was hypothetical. India doesn't need to bother about that. As you know, play West Indies, win, you're done, and go on to the semi-final, and then it's a straight off shootout, whoever ends up winning. Okay, let's try and sum up India's performance. We'll get to the batting a little later. Let's start with India's bowling per se. On the face of it, it does seem like they've done the job, but then I'll just look at two names that come to my mind, and let's spend some time talking about that before we get to the batting. You've got a Shivam Dube who's leaked
46 runs.
Yes,
Two overs.
in 2 overs, and this is now the second game where he's been taken to the cleaners, which is kind of showing you that teams are going to be targeting him as a part-time bowler. And Varun also not being the Varun that we've gotten so used to. My point is, because we are looking ahead also, is sixth bowler now India's problem, and against stronger teams, that can be your weak area, your Achilles heels, where other teams can take advantage and win, or you look at just bowling with 5 and relying on that, and Varun's form.
You have opened up a loose end. I mean, we all thought this Indian cricket team had few weaknesses, but now this weakness has cropped up. Varun Chakravarti in 2 games now. Against South Africa, when he was put under the pump, he was targeted. Today, Brian Bennett played him very comfortably. And that is a cause of concern, because if his accuracy...
After South Africa really dismantled him.
Yes. So, if Varun Chakravarti is a cause of concern after 2 games, you are now heading into the West Indies game, which fortunately when you look at it, the Windies players are not that great players of spin. Let's be very honest about it. Against the Indian lineup, they might struggle. But it is a concern. I mean, look at Varun and look at Dube. 1 for 46. There is a weakness that has developed in the course of the 2 games. You thought if your batting sorted it out by itself, by design, I think you have to address this main concern, because now you cannot afford any loose ends heading into the semi-final on March 4th or 5th. wherever you're going to play, depending on the
See,
standings.
with Dubey, I think one thing we always knew was that he's a 50-50 guy.
No, but we were mighty impressed by his bowling.
Asia
Let's be
Cup,
honest, we've all said
Yes,
that he's improved.
But again, bilaterals at times where teams were still figuring out their best 11. If we were very impressed with him, with how he was performing in the South Africa series, for example, there was also a series in which South Africa weren't playing their best 11.
No, he played
Their-
Asia Cup
their
better. He
captain
was your
and
second
Markram
bowler.
was playing at number 5.
Asia Cup,
teams have
Asia
come
Cup.
better prepared now, and Dubey,
Asia Cup, he started his style from there.
He outbowled Hardik Pandya. Let us
So it's
make no
not.
mistake.
See, I would buy your point if we had just fallen prey to one series and taken that. We've been singing
Praising it
praises
for
for
months.
some time now, and even multilateral tournaments like an Asia Cup. So to your point, then was it short-sightedness from our part as analysts to have really made much of him, knowing fully well that listen, maybe teams aren't putting their best foot forward in bilateral? Then was this our fault? And by an extension, was this the fault of the Indian team also to then think of it that he can be a sixth bowling option? Because all I'm saying is that when you prepare for a World Cup, you have to prepare for all eventualities.
I agree.
Were you prepared for this?
He was good, but I'm just looking at what the Asia Cup competition and the World Cup competition was like. We're looking at Pakistan and Sri Lanka, a team that's already out, a team that's possibly out tomorrow.
So you think it's a mistake, right? Then we should have been
against tougher teams. See, again, I think you're asking him to do the hard job right now.
But
because
don't you need a
want to
sixth bowler?
prepare, You want to
Don't-
prepare. No, your sixth bowler will not be bowling the 20th over, right?
No. That I'm just saying.
So you're
your
putting
previous
him in
game. No.
situations.
That was only the second over. The first over he bowled earlier. He got
Yeah,
hammered.
26
But the
runs.
other day as well, we saw him bowl the 20th over. So you are trying to put him in situations which are not comfortable and will be very hard for any sixth bowler to be doing.
So you're saying we don't need the sixth bowler. You will
You
need no.
the sixth.
You will
See,
in some
again,
situation.
We need to be mindful of how we're looking at this scorecard. If you ask me, too many runs conceded against a Zimbabwe side also. The scoreboard pressure should have been enough for you to have applied the choke. You should have been more clinical with the ball. I felt that clinical aspect went missing with the ball, but we're not bowling our resources out the way that
No.
you would ideally do. Hardik Pandya has not bowled his full quota. Jasprit Bumrah has not bowled his full quota.
But you're looking at runs. I'm not looking at the absolute runs. I'm saying, okay, I'm not looking at the absolute run. You've won by a handsome margin. Let's not nitpick and say, should they have gotten more? No. I'm just looking at certain specific, which are going to be aspects of the game which you need to be 100% in when you play a West Indies or thereafter if you play the semi-final and the final. And I'm saying every other team, see, we will put positives also. What are the positives? It will be batting, which we'll discuss, right? So many good things for this Indian team in a World Cup where they have not been firing in batting. So positive. But you have to look at certain areas. Wouldn't teams be looking, and I think teams have already started looking, when South Africa attacked Varun Chakravarti. Now you've had Zimbabwe also try to do that. So I'm just saying when you go, these aspects will come into play. Similarly, Dubey, every team will have to have 6-7 bowlers, right? Now what
It's a
teams
bare
are doing,
minimum.
they're attacking him. And it happened in that previous game, it's happened now. So the message goes out very quickly, right? The off-spin message went out very quickly. So am I saying now, do you also start thinking about that? That when I play bigger teams, my sixth bowler, I don't know.
No,
whether
my
he-
sixth bowler will then, I need to be very careful of when I'm using my sixth bowler. It has to be, if you ask me, just in the middle overs. I cannot be
He
trusting.
bowled a middle over in the previous game and here too.
And got
kind
smacked.
of, and got hit.
Yeah, and that's all that I can expect of a Dubey. Let's be honest again.
No, but I thought he'd do better. Honestly,
No, but if I have 4 overs of
Overestimated.
Jasprit Bumrah, if I'm keeping 2 overs today again, just because I want to prepare a Dubey for a rainy day, only for that scenario did I bowl him at the end.
Sure,
Otherwise,
I agree.
I've got a Jasprit Bumrah and I
But
don't need more than 2 overs.
That's the
from,
thing. Those 2 overs I'm
Dubey.
talking about. I'm saying full, when it's a full-fledged day, or Jasprit Bumrah will bowl it the situation he has to. He'll bowl his 4 overs, everyone. The day you'll need him, and most days you'll need him to bowl 2, is a day where Akshar is going for a lot of runs, or a day Hardik has gone for a lot of runs, or a day, where Ashdeep has gone for a lot of runs. And that'll happen. That'll happen in the course of the game. That's why you prepare the sixth bowler where he chips in with 2. But I don't know whether now, compared to other teams, your sixth bowling option or your seventh bowling options are that good. Unless you look at Abhishek now, I don't know whether that.
See, but that's the thing. Now your sixth bowling option is a combined 6th, 7th bowling option. Because with Abhishek also, he bowls left arm orthodox, but he too at times tends to try and go for darters, which makes him a little open to being hit at times. Most batters now would want a little bit of pace on the ball, considering what tricky wickets they are getting. They want pace on the ball. He's giving them that. With Dubey, see, he's getting put under the pump, and I'll give him full credit. He's doing whatever he can whilst being put under tough circumstances. But we also have to admit that we'll have to operate with his limitations. The limitations there will be that you have to accept that he might just at best give you one over, especially on days when he gets hit. Because that is happening now. 2 games on the trot, we've seen teams take to him like
Varun?
No, Varun doesn't concern me as much for one very simple reason. Economy-wise, he and Akshar clocked exactly the same economy today. Yes, there were big shots.
No, but Akshar is in the team because he gives you batting as well. I'll take that.
True,
Varun
true.
is in the team because he's expected to be a trump card alongside Bumrah.
True, and I can forgive a small tip. He's been in very good form. Okay, South Africa played him very well. There's no denying that. Zimbabwe played him fairly well today. No denying that. I'll still back him. I'm still okay with that.
I'm not saying you do drop him, obviously not. But I'm saying, because I was saying
50-50.
that I had a Bumrah, I had Varun. I was like, I have 2 cheat codes.
Yeah.
And wow, we're sorted. We used to say that in this World Cup.
Correct.
Varun, I'm not bothered much also. Yes, but a bit of a dip. There's no denying that.
Yeah.
Statistics are the proof. But today was an absolute road, let's be honest. We were looking at a relayed wicket, etc., and we knew there was going to be runs on offer. How much am I really expecting him?
To be fair, Varun does very well on Kolkata roads.
On flat tracks. Yeah, today there was nothing really.
And what exactly has Kolkata wickets had in the past 2
nothing
years?
Today, and it was for
Said
both
two
sides.
things.
Both sides you saw batting was rather easy. If you were just lining yourself up, both sides made batting look easy. So I'm just going to be a little empathetic towards Varun to be bowling on a wicket like this. But did he not bowl in the right areas? I don't think so. I think he bowled in the okay areas. It's not like he was utterly expensive. 8.8, you sort of take that in a high scoring match.
I'm okay with that too. My bigger concern, and see, I know this is a total nitpick, by the way. I'm really prefixing it. I would have really bowled Bumrah in the 20th over. I don't care about preparing Dubey, no disrespect. But when you had those many runs, how many? He gave away 20 runs in the last over?
20 runs, yeah.
If I'm bowling Bumrah there, he's giving 8, 9, at most 10. My victory margin goes up by 10 runs. I know right now we're saying net run rate is not important.
Matter.
It isn't. But my point is, why aren't you keeping that just in case? What if, in the realm of possibility, a Zimbabwe spring a 1-run upset over South Africa? Then suddenly with that one match against West Indies, you can leapfrog them. Finish top of the group. Get the easier team from the second group. Why not think like that?
And by the way, just to extend that argument, what if your game gets rained out versus West Indies?
Exactly. There is so many circumstances. Of course, rained out seems unlikely.
Yeah.
The weather has
But if it is rained out, India are out.
Yeah.
Because West
Actually,
Indies
that way, even if Bumrah bowled the 20th,
It didn't matter.
net
It would have
run
made a
rate wouldn't.
difference. Yeah.
net run rate.
I can promise you'll get a weather report by Siddharth.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Because I'm telling you, net run rate will still play a part. If it's rained out, that's it. India are out.
But I'm saying I was keeping that in mind, that what if?
Yeah.
Alright, never mind 1 run, super over. That's a possibility. I'm saying why not try and keep that in mind? I understand, but this time at times the team I've found can be a little casual when it comes to these kind of things.
Casual.
Approach thoda casual.
Okay.
Giving Dubey, but it's a nitpick. I'll agree.
Okay, let it not this room feel like we've
Doom and gloom.
Yeah, exactly. You won the game, you needed to win. It's actually a very happy day, by the way.
Yeah.
2 results have gone your way, as I keep repeating. The first one was the most crucial one. South Africa beating West Indies, and now you've beaten Zimbabwe. Now, straight and simple, you beat West Indies, you go through. You lose, you don't deserve to go through anyway, right? So let's keep it, at least you can't be saying, that scenario won't be there that, we had one bad day versus South Africa, it's knocked us out. That at least cannot be an excuse. You will have to win against Zimbabwe. If you're not good enough to win, you don't deserve to go in the semi-final. Now to the biggest positive that you think you got from this match. I'll go first because I have to go. So usually I let you guys go first and then come. For me, I think, I was talking to Mr. Gavaskar and that interview will be up, and he picked Abhishek Sharma and his approach and the way he batted as the biggest positive. I'm picking the biggest positive is the fact that Indian batters have gotten runs under their belt, and India going to from now on, if they have to win the title, they have to win 3 games in a trot. So they go into this stretch with the confidence that they needed, because I've quite frankly felt, and all of us felt who are watching, that India wasn't firing on all cylinders throughout this tournament. The batting that we were so proud of, the batting by basis which we used to say India are the favourites. They needed a game like this. I'm so thankful that Chennai gave you a pitch like that. That's why for the life of me, I cannot understand why previously you did not have good pitches. Don't even get me started with Ahmedabad, because Ahmedabad does have a good batting pitch, as we saw today in the game, because you gave the red soil pitch, which is a much better batting pitch than a black soil pitch. My point is, these are the pitches that suit this Indian team. It helps their style of play, their template, their aggressive mindset, and that's what has helped them. However, it's come a little late in the tournament, but I'm so glad that this pitch came. It helped everyone get runs, get some confidence, because boy, would you need that confidence going forward. It also allowed you to get that one other thing we were screaming, that right-hander. How do you manage that? They found a way. You may like it or not, and you will debate about it, whether Tilak should have been the guy or Rinku, whichever way you look at it. But the fact they found a way to even get that right-hander somewhere in the middle, and for a change, got other right-handers, wherein you pushed in a Hardik Pandya higher up or a Suryakumar Yadav higher up, where you had this option earlier. You were so hell-bent in keeping them where they are, that even when you had a chance of a righty fall, you were not getting another righty come down. So at least the flexible batting that they would show, they've been flexible. The aggressive batting that they would talk about, they showed that aggressive batting. Everyone's gotten some runs. This confidence is the one that can take with the momentum the Indian team forward. So for me, the biggest positive is the pitch that was given, and related to that pitch is the way that entire Indian batting, including a Hardik Pandya, a Tilak, Varma. I would have loved it if Akshar Patel also got a batting chance and he also smashed some 40. Then you'd be like, everyone is going in with their confidence sky high.
Rapid fire. We know you're short of time, but we'll address both these questions. One you've already answered. The other that I wanted to answer before you go. This 11, the combination you went in with today, at the expense of your designated finisher, you're sticking with this, or
now I think, now you're in a situation. The only time
how do you view it?
Yeah, so I'm saying the only time I would now, if I was the captain, the only time I would make a change is if I was to lose a game. Now, if that happens, you're out of the tournament, so that option goes out. So now I'll continue with this. It allowed me, again, we'll talk about Sanju Samson in a quick word, and the world will be divided as to how you view his 24. I view his 24 as a big positive. I think he did his job. Not only am I viewing his 24 as just for the 24 that he's got, but he did not allow the off-spinner plan to be executed by Zimbabwe. They didn't bowl their off-spinners. Whether it was a miss on their part or were they not doing it because they were scared that a right-hander is batting. Either way, the ploy that opposition teams were using against India, that could not be used by just sending a Sanju, and that he guarded an Abhishek Sharma and got him into confidence. So I think for these three factors alone, he's done my job. And now that he's done, Tilak's also gotten runs lower down. I'm not making any changes now. The only change I might make is if you end up on a turning track again, I may think of a Kuldeep against South Africa. If India faced South Africa in the final, I would want Kuldeep to come in. He's done well. And if it is a tacky sort of a pitch, I'd try to get Kuldeep in at the expense of, even if it's a fast bowler, but I'll have to think about that. Okay.
Yeah. Bye-bye. For me, the biggest positive in the batting that I have to look at is Tilak Varma. Biggest positive. I mean, look at it. He was under the cosh, along with Sanju Samson. Along with Abhishek Sharma and Tilak Varma, he was the guy under the cosh for this particular game. Batting him at number 6, batting him at number 7. Are you out of your mind? That was the common trend which was going around at this point. So, imagine he comes in at number 6, a position where he's not batted that frequently. So, this is the thing we are looking at this stage. So, if you look at the way Tilak responded, with all the pressure that was on him, with a roll, with a strike rate, with an average where he's batting in a very unfamiliar position with, the way how he responded, although his Turner test will come against the West Indies or in the semi-final if India make it. But the way how he responded to the knock today, a finisher's role at this point, I mean, he's not a finisher per se, Tilak isn't a finisher. But boy, oh boy, the way a strike rate of 275, when was the last time you heard a Tilak Varma have this kind of a strike rate? Took the game away from Zimbabwe. I mean, You thought that they could be restricted to 210, 200. No, 40, 50 runs par plus.
Yeah.
For me, I think the biggest positive, and I'll go slightly left of field, is Hardik Pandya. Oh, one very simple reason. Listen, this man is a match winner for you with bat or ball. But throughout this World Cup, Namibia's side has been woeful with the bat. There have been times I've been watching him and I'm like, is this really Hardik Pandya? This guy, we know what ability he has. But at times, I don't know whether it's situational in terms of how many wickets you've lost early. I don't know if he gets into his own head. But he just sometimes struggles to shift that gear. He can't go from 1 to 5 or 6 instantly. Today, no pressure, opposition, slightly on the lower end of the totem pole, good batting conditions. Keeping all of that in mind, I'm very happy to see these runs from him because, again, there is nothing that does you better, your confidence better as a batter than to get runs. Doesn't matter who the opposition is, doesn't matter what the conditions are, doesn't matter what the bowling attack is. Get runs, your confidence is high. And again, for India, they're approaching this now pretty much as a 3-match series. You've got 3 more matches left and you have to win all 3 of them. You're basically 2-0 down. Win the next 3, series is yours, easy as you like. What do you do then? You stick with what's working. Pandya is someone who's practically undroppable. You do not have another player who can even come close to replicating his skill set. So I always need him in top form. Yeah. So seeing him like this, very big relief. Even with the ball, I think he was the man of the match today because he had an economy of 7, didn't get a wicket, but very economical in the power play. And again, I'm happy to see him do like this because again, as I said, he's probably that one player you do not have a replacement for. Forget about it.
In 2023 should have been the classic case.
Yeah.
You fulfilled Hardik Pandya, the bowler's role, but you never found Hardik Pandya, the batter, in that 2023 campaign. So yes, it's a good thing. Harshad, what's your positive?
I must tell you guys, when we started with this, we started answering this question, the first name I had in my mind was Tilak Varma, which you took. The other name I had in my mind was Hardik Pandya, which Shenas took.
And so the third name you had was Abhishek, which Nikhil took.
Now that Abhishek's name is also taken, I managed to somehow come up with a 4th name. 4th name is that of Ishan Kishan. Why I say Ishan Kishan is firstly because I was left with very less options.
Is it him or Sanju?
but let me try and put sense into why I've actually gone in with an Ishan Kishan, because you see, it's not like everything was hunky dory for the Indian team. There were some holes to be plugged. There were a couple of points on your, there were a couple of places on your tank where you needed some patchwork to be done, and what you had done in trying to cover up those holes was you moved an Ishan Kishan from batting right up top, which is the only place he is batted since his re-inclusion into the Indian team, and what could have potentially become another hole for you to cover. It's good that Ishan Kishan serves as an insurance policy of sorts, where I've moved him, but it's not given me a headache. It's not turned out to be an issue. It's not like I popped a medicine hoping that I'll get rid of the migraine, but I ended up disturbing my stomach. It didn't turn out to be an issue like that. And that is the bit of risk that I ended up taking when I moved not an out of form batter, but an in form batter from number 2 to number 3. We've seen that in the past. Especially with batters who've been under form, been in form, they don't want to move their positions. We've seen the biggest names in the sport not want to change their position. Very less do you see there being times, and of course, the thing also is Ishan Kishan at the moment doesn't command that sort of stature where he can put his foot down and say, boss, I'm not moving. I'm just not moving. You figure out a way. That is something that has happened multiple times in Indian cricket. I don't want to name a relatively young Indian batter, but once he made that change and he really wanted that spot. So the point being, you went in with a bit of a forced experiment. You were hoping that this change works out for you, and it has. So that's the good thing, that your in-form batter, you moved his position. Even then, he got you runs, a 38 of 24. 158 strike rate, continues to be my man in form. As I go into the tournament with no option but to win, if I have to go ahead and script history, it's exactly what I want. I'm looking at people coming back into form. I'm glad with the little experiment. I have not taken away the form of a batter who was already scoring runs to me.
One key thing is to note that Ishan did actually play 3 in the New Zealand series when Tilak was out. But the thing is, he's managed to actually keep his form consistent even if he's had to open or come into number 3, which is a big positive, because I think the one issue which I used to always have with Ishan is, can he adjust into different positions? He was always either opener or bust.
Yeah.
But now I don't think this is the case. Ishan 2.0 is far improved.
Yeah.
Wherein he can slot into the middle order also and do a similar job. And I agree. That's actually an underrated positive.
I mean, I'm very surprised that you guys, and we'll devote this particular section now to the one positive that I look at it.
Sanju?
Sanju Samson.
Okay.
Massive positive for me. For 3 reasons. One, his presence ensured that the off-spin kryptonite,
Excuse me.
the off-spin kryptonite, it's another issue altogether that Zimbabwe were not thorough with their execution. They didn't do their research on what is Sanju's weakness. If they had known, okay, if not off-spin,
Leg
Sanju
spin.
struggles in his leg spin. You had a Ryan Burl, which is why dropping a Graham Kramer also made no sense. Okay? But that is the impact. Now the opponent is going to go, damn, we don't have 2 left-handers to bowl to. We have another right-hander. What do we do? You look at it in the whole power play. Not a single spinner was bowled.
But can I tell you, Siddharth, something? Again, I don't want to take the credit away from Sanju Samson. I think teams with better plans, teams with greater courage, and stronger teams that are competing for the title here will perhaps not be thrown off by just Sanju Samson's inclusion. That is what I make of it.
Sure.
Because Sanju Samson, there's been enough proof in the IPL as well. He can be a little suspect against spin.
Sure. I mean, see, that's what I said. A better play. Zimbabwe missed their execution.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe missed their planning totally. That allowed. And that is why that off-spin plan, the kryptonite went out of the window. Number 1. Number 2, Sanju, the way how he got off the mark against Richard and Garawa, ensured that, okay, Abhishek got that confidence. He took strike first up. I mean, what stops a Sanju and Abhishek Sharma saying, no, I will take strike, or Sanju will take strike? Both are not in good form. Abhishek, in fact, had 4 matches, 15. Sanju Samson, prior to this, had 5 matches, 46.
Yeah.
Or one more game, 22 of 9. Okay. But the way how he got off the mark against Richard and Garawa ensured that Abhishek would be put in that right mental space. And that is why, is it any coincidence that 2 of India's best starts have come when Sanju was opening the batting? Namibia, in Delhi, and here as well, which laid the foundation for the rest of the batters to go gung-ho. Remember, your only 200 plus scores
Have come.
when Sanju has batted in this
But
similar
Siddharth,
way.
you're
in
only
that sense.
200, which is why I don't. It will sound like I'm scathing about his contribution. I'm not, but I don't want to be reading too much into scores against Zimbabwe and Namibia.
Of course. See, this is the criticism that everybody point totally 110% taken. Totally. I mean, after all, everybody will also say that Suryakumar Yadav continues to be a minnow basher in T20 World Cups, despite his 84 having saved India the blushes against the USA. Yes, he scored against Hong Kong. Yes, he scored against the UAE. Yes, his other major contribution has come against Zimbabwe today. 38 of 20, 30.
People tend to forget how well he played against South Africa, mind you. 22.
Yeah, 22. But he struggled in that when you look at it. So, Sanju's knocks against Namibia and Zimbabwe will come under the scrutiny for this. But then he ensured 3 things, as I had said. 1, destroyed the opponent's plan that, oh damn, we can't operate an off spinner. Now, teams will be scrambling for a plan B. Who is the leg spinner in the West Indies lineup?
They don't have one.
They don't have one. You only have a Gudakesh Moti, you have a Akil Hussain, who are left-handers. The only off spinner you have is a Roston Chase, who's been deemed, now he can't bowl in the power play. Because Sanju will easily knock it off if that is the way their planning goes.
Yeah.
This main impact, even before a ball was bowled, makes the 24 or 15. Yes, I'm not hailing it as a 15 ball 100 or a 20 ball 80 or something in that sense. But its weight is there in gold dust for the impact that it had. Yes, it is Zimbabwe. Yes, it is Namibia. Yes, Sanju Samson, even now after 7 matches, has scored only 92 runs. Whereas Abhishek, in the same period of time, has now managed only 70 runs.
Okay, what I do want to point out on the Sanju Samson thing is just some numbers about how he fares against right arm spin and left arm spin.
Yeah.
Okay, right arm spin, I can see he averages 22.5.
Right. The strike rate?
Strike rate I don't have, unfortunately, over here.
Okay.
And what I do have his numbers against left arm spin. That's almost similar, 22.66.
Yeah.
Now you need to decide whether this gives you enough confidence going forward or not.
Yeah, that is the thing. See, today we have to thank Zimbabwe for ensuring they didn't plan on their weaknesses. They just lost it. Oh, damn, right-hander. We put our weapons down. Meek surrender from Zimbabwe. If you had known, just look at past videos of Vanindu Hasaranga against Sanju Samson. I had a burl. I would have put a Kramer, which is why Sikandar Raza calling it a tactical thing that we'll get in a T20
bad
Mapusa.
tactical trap.
Instead of Graham Kramer, I said, you've come here not to win but to lose. You've laid down your weapons considering all the talk that, oh, you got distracted. I'm getting a Sanju Samson in, which is why this knock has ensured that whatever was the talk, now there is no talk about India's batting weaknesses now. That has been addressed. So you can only focus on the fact that it's a straight shootout. Whoever wins against the West Indies, I mean, if India or West Indies win, they go through. Nothing more, nothing less. Net run rate out unless there is rain. Apart from that,
To which we'll have an answer tomorrow morning, right?
tomorrow, yeah. But then there is now no more debate unless West Indies execute their plans well. So that's why my biggest positive, if it was not for Tilak, is Sanju. I think now he is a mainstay in this top order. You will get the starts. You will get those scores. Kolkata, again, remember, it won't be an easy pitch. It won't be like Chennai. If the team plans badly, Sanju will give you that start. He'll again get out for a 15 ball 30. He will get out. But then he would have given you the base. Previous 4 games, there was no base, barring Namibia. So I will take this hands down.
Okay, now to the other question, and we can begin with Shane. This 11, since Siddharth just unequivocally said that you're now seeing Sanju Samson start in all games for the Indian team. How are we looking at this 11 now, and are India doing the right thing here, going with this combination?
Look, I'm not convinced, if I'm being honest with you, for the simple reason that I felt you pressed the panic button. You got a little lucky that you were up against opposition not quite on the same level, A and B, on conditions that perfectly suited your plan. Exactly. It suited your gameplay, it suited everything. However, do they have the luxury to make changes? I don't think so. Hell, I don't think they had the luxury to make changes for today. So if you remove even this game, there's now basically 3 games which you have to win. I'd say whatever combination is working for you right now, you need to stick by it. So ideally you stick by this. Whatever comes your way after that, so be it. But if you make more changes, horses for courses isn't an option. Not in an ICC tournament. Horses for courses never wins you anything in an ICC tournament. You need a settled or relatively settled 11. And this is as close to that you're going to get, I think. I don't like the fact that you have foregone a specialist finisher in Rinku. But if that solidifies your top order, maybe you don't need a finisher. I don't know.
Look at it. I mean, to just answer Shane's question, agreed. A horses for courses in that 11-year period. Why we didn't win? Because we made changes which didn't suit the occasion. Okay.
Well, that was error of judgment, Siddharth.
Error of judgment. And is this an error of judgment?
Not playing a Ravichandran Ashwin in a WTC final when the conditions demanded that he played. That was one error. Then playing him when there was no need was the other error that you made.
Exactly.
You read too much into the overhead conditions.
So, okay. You know, it is very strange that this whole debate about whether the changes happen actually began with Sanju Samson. Why? Not now, not in the Asia Cup, but in February 2025. It's been exactly 1 year. What was that series? England. In that particular series, Sanju Samson was found wanting against Jofra Archer.
Yeah.
And you could potentially see them clash yet again in the semi-final if it goes to plan. Okay? Number 1. With Sanju having that slump, what are we going to do now? You panicked. And who did you get in? Shubman Gill. Okay? The Shubman Gill experiment failed miserably.
Yeah.
Let's make no mistake about it. It was a terrible mistake. And you punctured Gill's confidence also in the process. But did India suffer? No, they continued winning. Because someone was stepping up at that point in time. Horses for courses. You dropped Gill 1 month before the World Cup. You got in Sanju for 2 games against South Africa. Responded with a 37 in Ahmedabad.
20 days, Siddharth. One series. You're playing a match every couple of days.
Gone. Gill axed. You get in Ishan from SMAT having won the trophy with Jharkhand, but with 557 runs. Shubman Gill is out. Sanju steps in, responds with 37, great. But then 5 matches, 46. Damn, Sanju, what have you done? You then get Ishan. But then what tears the script apart totally? Abhishek. Suddenly 3 ducks. Did we ever plan? Did any of us foresee this thing? That Abhishek would get over 3 ducks? No. Which is why now life has come back full circle. The problem that began in the England series in February 2025, it's been addressed by the same individual in February 2026 in Chennai also. So beat that for the law of life or the cycle of life when you look at it. The problem began with Sanju. It's ending with Sanju at this point in time. I don't see India make changes at all from this match onwards. Yeah, Arshad.
The one bit I just disagree with, I don't know if problems have ended really, because I just don't want to read too much into what we've done against Namibia and what we've done today.
Fair point.
You can say that I'm being unjust over here, or maybe I'm just being unfair to the team here. But I'm just looking at how you performed against a top opposition, and I'm looking at the challenges ahead. And I do think there are sterner tests that await. Sanju Samson, pace on, we've seen him get caught out when he was rocking back onto his back foot for the entirety of the New Zealand series, as you pointed out. You know that he struggles against the ball that goes away from him as well. So out of the 2 innings that I've seen, I am seeing him bat against teams and get all these runs against teams that don't even feature in the top 10 if I'm looking at ICC rankings. Teams that have played once in ICC tournaments, that's it. So I'm not reading too much into what I've gotten out of Sanju Samson. I think teams will come very well prepared. Do I have anything against him? I don't. It's just that I have seen very little of Sanju Samson. That series went woefully bad, and I was ready at that time to try him out for all 5 matches, and then you take a call come the World Cup. And I didn't see anything per se. And am I totally convinced with a 24 ball 15? I think I'm setting the bar low for myself. From the kind of starts that you expect this Indian team and the kind of starts you were getting in other bilateral series, barring the one against New Zealand, I think you're setting the bar too low for yourself. There's a South African team over there that's scoring 50-run partnerships for fun, and you went into the tournament as the best team and as the favorites. I think I'm just lowering the bar when I'm being happy with a 24 ball 50. I think I expect more, and I want Sanju Samson to be doing a bit more. That's my only thing, and I'm not too sure if taking out a Rinku Singh really does well for you. Again, you saw somebody like a Matt Henry take a wicket on the very first delivery. That is what has happened in this tournament, and that could happen, in a big match again. So if you're expecting there to be a scenario where every time your middle order and top order is going to get you runs, I'm sorry, there could be times where you do need a finisher. Don't forget that you wouldn't have won the Asia Cup if you didn't have people to do specialized jobs right at the bottom. There was a Rinku Singh who ultimately scored, and I don't remember who said this, but again, just you may have scored a 90 or whatever in a match, but scoring the winning runs is just as tough. It could be just one hit, but the pressure of scoring just the winning runs is enormous. And I expect Rinku Singh to be doing much more than just scoring the winning runs. So you've taken away a proven talent, and I'm not sure if this 8 now gives you the right balance. I hope this serves well. Again, as you said, you don't change a winning combination. The only thing right now is it's giving you the right result, and that's what you need. The need of the hour is momentum and right result. If I make changes to a team that's made that's given the result I wanted in a desperate situation, then I'm taking away the confidence from those who may be walking on eggshells right now, or those who may just be feeling the nerves. So yeah, it's like it's I'm half-hearted about it, but yeah, because you won, you've got to go ahead. But I just hope that it doesn't bite you in a dire situation.
I mean, if there is one hashtag that has to be genuinely trended, is justice for Rinku Singh. I mean,
poor guy.
What more can the guy do? I mean, today also, he would want to forget this game very quickly. He was dropped a catch also. Very rare of Rinku Singh to drop a catch. See, we have to all understand the dynamics of it. Sure, you fell for a 2-ball duck against South Africa, but the broader circumstances, you had already lost.
Yeah, the game was done by that point in time.
Okay. Rinku could have only ensured you got closer to the target. The victory margin wouldn't have been 76 runs. It could have been lower.
Yeah.
Okay. You shuffled him around even in the New Zealand series also. Okay. He was, I think, batting up the order in Vizag. Fell to a very awkward shot, if I am not wrong about it. But then he also chipped in lower down the order with a 50 while taking Daryl Mitchell to the cleaners. Almost.
Yeah, because that was that match where you lost a few wickets early and then he ended up rebuilding and actually taking. That is what Rinku at his best can do. That is what Rinku at his best can do. The problem is, I think, I don't know what it is. People expect that you're going to do that every time. It doesn't work like that.
But you know the problem again. But this is a self-made problem by the Indian cricket team.
Yeah.
One, he couldn't get many chances. The only chance that he got, that 1 ball 4 that he hit against Pakistan in the final, that was his only contribution. Apart from that, how many times has Rinku Singh managed to come out and set the stage on fire with the bat? Because he's not a bowler. He can bowl, but he's not bowling.
Yeah.
He's an outfielder and he's a bowler and he's a batter at number 6, 7 or 8.
More often than not 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
No, but sir, his job is exactly to be doing what he was doing for you in bilaterals. Also, the time that you decided to rope him back finally after a lull of about 6-8 months to give you those 11-12 runs in 5 or in 3 deliveries, 4 deliveries, 15 runs in 3, 15 runs in 4. That was entirely his job.
The problem, Harshad, is
well.
that I don't think this team management, despite the fact that people talk about Gambhir having his quote-unquote KKR quota, I don't think he trusts Rinku that much. I don't think he does. Because he's been one of the easiest sacrificial lambs. You literally, to accommodate Gill, actually ended up dropping Rinku. Because you then had to change your keeper.
Apart from the 3 others who had to be...
Jaiswal, Samson. But Rinku was the obvious casualty. Why? Because batter for batter. You couldn't drop Samson immediately because you needed a wicket keeper. Yeah. So, what did you do? You dropped Rinku. He's always been the sacrificial lamb, which is a bit unfortunate. That way, at least at KKR, whatever else said and done, even when he's had mixed performances, the team have always backed him. Since mid 22, he's not had times out of the side. You know that he's playing come what may, and you know that he'll give you those. Out of, say, 14 matches, at least 5-6 matches, he'll get you that. But that is the level that you'll have to keep. You cannot expect someone to be coming in at 5-6 and winning you like 10 out of 14 games. That's just not how it works at all. And it's a bit unfortunate. But again, as I said, you know, for the greater good, if they feel that strengthening the top order means you don't really need a finisher, then so be it. However, that being said, on a day when you need that sort of a rebuild, you then have to remember that you don't have anyone who can do it.
Absolutely. So, see, hashtag justice for Rinku Singh, that has to be trended. I'm sorry, because at this point in time, but now I think once again he will be made the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
For 3 reasons. Tilak, Sanju, and also Dubey will be interested in the role of the finisher because he did well in that Asia Cup also.
Yeah, and he can give you an over or 2 in a worst case.
That's it. Rinku's fate is sealed. Unfortunate.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. These 3 performances today have effectively knocked Rinku out of the reckoning. Yeah. Because now, if you go back, then it will be panic signals all over again. Because
exactly.
If you get Ishan to open again, Tilak slots at 3.
Then the other way is that you have Sanju at the top. If that gives you confidence to negate the off-spin challenge, the off-spin threat that you face, then you take out a Tilak.
After this performance.
But that's the thing now.
Point.
That's the thing now. See, Siddharth, it's about either keeping the momentum or having faith in your best 11.
Yeah. See, but then the obvious choice would be, because he had a horror day with the ball, didn't get a chance to bat, why not a Shivam Dubey?
Sacrifice him.
Sacrifice him.
No,
because
then
see,
Siddharth, you are compromised.
Your bowling is done.
No, you're not compromising on your 6th bowling option. Then Abhishek becomes your 6th bowling option, and we know
for 1 over 46 in 2 overs, anyway, if I take him out and if I keep him in, it is still an issue. You see what Shivam Dubey's role has happened. If it was 4 overs 46, no problem. But 2 overs 46 is a strict red flag. I am sorry, 2 overs 46. And that too, look at the deliveries. I'm sure, today India were hell bent on experimenting with the bowling lineup. I'm not bowling a Dubey in the 20th over by any stretch of the imagination.
I'm not bowling him anything over the 15th over.
10 to 15 is when he bowls and 1.
He has to be a
7 to 15.
Guy.
Those are the overs I look at. Simple as.
Exactly.
And 1 in the power play.
No.
Come on, in the Asia Cup he bowled the power play.
He did, but I think that was very makeshift.
So that is the thing at this point in time. So, see, for me, when you look at the Western, conditions in Kolkata, I'm not sure it'll be like the IPL where you score 200, 250 all over again. It won't be like that. I think here you'll see 170, 180. That should be the score. With dew in Kolkata, because now I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Shane, at this time, dew does set in the night. At this time, isn't it, Shane? Dew will set in Kolkata at this point. So, let's see how. Okay, that is the way we are looking at it. So, let's look at
how it is the family members are feeling, because again, if we've had conflicted emotions about this, I'm pretty sure we'll get some conflicted emotions from you guys as well. So let's see how it is you are. Naveen Narayan or Naveen Patnaik?
Naveen Narayan.
That's
the Odisha Chief Minister, record breaking.
Former.
Naveen Narayan says, told you that Sky would even experiment in the final. Look what happened today. I don't know why Sky is refusing to win comfortably. Ridiculous bowling effort. You could have just bowled Bumrah and gotten yourself.
I don't know what they were thinking to.
And again, what are you saving Bumrah for? He's anyway playing the match. Let him bowl the fourth over.
Yeah.
No problem.
I really don't understand. Why is this experimentation got to happen? When you know you're winning, but then as Shane pointed out, you could top the group also with the net run rate that you got. But that'll also be null and void if South Africa beat Zimbabwe. So that's okay.
Yeah, Sarthak Arya being very cheeky, referring to a certain someone, giving all of us a mini heart attack on Sunday, and finally the script being back on track. We're winning this World Cup now. Come on.
Yeah, scripted.
Do you guys hear that song playing in the background? I know Harshad hears it, I know Siddharth and Shivam hears it. Siddharth, I'll make you listen to it later on. Yeah. Shivam knows it all too well.
Singing it all along.
Yeah.
I think that's Sandeep or this thing. What is?
Could be.
Yeah. He says, if this is the casual approach, then better pack your bags and go home. I absolutely hate this poor, pathetic approach, and body language is just rubbish. West Indies will thrash them to pieces with this bowling.
Look.
See, look. It doesn't sound like India won, does it? We've taken just a couple of comments. Does it sound like India won?
Why is all the Indian cricket fans behaving like the way how Dasun Shanaka described? Why so much negativity, yaar? I understand. See,
I
today.
think, Siddharth, the thing is, the whole favourite stack, the expectation, the juggernaut that we looked at the start, we have not been that.
Yeah,
we're not closing
Far
games
from
out.
Yeah.
We're not closing games out. Today as well, you should have had Zimbabwe on the mat. That's the expectation, right? This is like, you're playing against, it's like France playing against Bangladesh,
Senegal.
hypothetically.
Oh, but Senegal have beaten them.
Yeah, but then Senegal went and beat them.
Yeah, but then you're expecting like an absolute romp, right? In that kind of a matchup.
Exactly. You've got Abhishek then, who says, scroll down please, Shivam.
Hold on, Abhishek.
Abhishek can say something. He can say whatever he wants, sir. He says, I'm worried about the fourth, fifth bowler. Hope I'm wrong. I don't want West Indies. I don't think we'll win. Ooh. But see, that's the thing. We also were debating about the fifth or sixth bowler.
I think it's the sixth bowler that is proving to be an issue.
Yeah.
See, you've got a Bumrah, Arshdeep, Hardik. You'll get an Aksar and a Varun in. But then Varun is also... Now see, that is the fifth. Varun's not been in form in the last 2 days. 2 games that's been there. Dubey giving these runs also, that end has suddenly opened up. You may have sorted one, Abhishek, but boss, no chance here. No chance in that sense.
Naveen Narayan again, not Patnaik, says, let's not sugarcoat it. If it's not for all the drops against tough teams, I don't think we will score these many runs. Remember, half of our batters are just slogging. Bowling totally rubbish except Arshdeep. Why, man?
See, Hardik and Bumrah had economy rate of 7. No wonder why you couldn't have bowled them out of the power play and in the death overs respectively. Varun and Aksar 8.8.
I'm okay with that in these sort of circumstances.
But Dubey, 1 for 46. Yeah,
he damn near reached a half century in 2 overs.
Yeah.
Unreal.
But he couldn't outdo Umran Malik.
Yeah.
Because Umran had 2 overs for 59. Including 136 run over in that sense. So.
And people wanted him to be a starter for KKR.
Of course.
Mr. Ajib Agarkar says, if India bowl like this, it's adios. Brett Dubey or Shivam Lee. If you lack a sixth bowler, why haven't you made a place for Kuldeep? 8 batter in this World Cup has played 18 balls and scored 20 runs. See, that's fair. But if you are looking for why it is an 8th batter is sometimes important, again, look no further than the West Indies game. The entire middle order collapsed and it took Romario Shepherd and Jason Holder to actually go and revive that inning. So you
But
need
see how
depth.
that bowling worked out. Something that we were talking about. The fact that you were just full of these all-rounders and such an underwhelming
But
show
that's
that you got
that's part of
ultimately.
the risk you run with that
See,
sort of
you
an
have
approach.
West Indies have 9 batters, 9 or 10 batters.
Yeah, Romario was the
Romario was
ninth.
9. But you're bowling
And
for
they are
compromise.
proper batters.
Yeah, proper.
And Romario, by the way, took a hat trick earlier in this tournament.
Scotland.
Yeah,
Got a
yeah.
hat-trick
So you can't even call him a non-bowler.
Hat-trick and 5 wickets.
In fact, that's what Mr. Gavaskar in the interaction mentions, that West Indies, you have to see their batting depth. A guy who takes a hat trick
He's
can
batting
also
at 9.
score runs. So tells you a lot about their team.
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean, see, the thing is, if you look at West Indies today, possibly the worst start that any team can have. And from there to get to this total, and all I'm saying is it will not happen every day. You can't expect it to happen versus India. And if they get a decent start, they get a decent enough total. I think the only weak link to that extent for West Indies is their bowling. So even if you have to be, when you go into that game, you have to expect that they will pile on runs. They cannot have a collapse like the South African collapse. They'll pile on the runs. But your thing can be that, okay, that is a bowling attack on a given day. I can also go after and chase a
Yeah, they
total.
could just
That's
not
the
go into
advantage.
the fielding setting today. It was just elementary. It sort of reminded me of our STPL levels where there is a man on the leg side, one on the off, but you're bowling in the slot so that the batter can hit in the V. It was just that elementary.
Yeah, I mean, see, West Indies, they actually lack the variety if you look at it. They have 2 left armers, Moti and Akil Hussain.
Yeah.
They have Roston Chase as the only off spinner, but they're bowling, except for Shamar, who's express pace. They aren't. They're all
But Shamar
difficult.
is express pace and also expensive. He's
And
been
goes at
very
that express
woeful.
pace only.
Yeah, he's hit at that express pace also. He reminds me a bit of Harris at this point in time.
Haris Rauf.
150 clicks and then he gets whacked by 160 clicks.
Yeah.
So he's been like that, unfortunately. He's Sandeep.
Romario can also go for runs.
Yeah.
A lot of them can. Romario can go for
We've
runs.
seen it in the IPL.
What's that other chap's name who's their all-rounders? Yeah, Jason Holder
Jason
can go for
Holder,
runs.
Robman Powell also.
Robman.
One can go.
Shafane.
Shafane is the other one. I was looking for.
Matthew Ford also.
Yeah.
It's one, the lefty from Gujarat.
That's Shafane.
Shafane.
No, I'm saying,
Gudakesh.
Indian, yaar,
Sai Sudarshan.
leggy and lower order batter. What has happened to me?
Tewatia.
Tewatia.
A.T. Tewatia, yeah.
He went after. He went after.
Sheldon Cottrell.
Sheldon Cottrell.
Cottrell,
I mean,
yeah.
he's targeted only Jamaicans. He targeted also
Odion Smith.
Odion Smith.
Odion Smith. That's the
2
one.
No
sixes
neck.
in that Diva Patil encounter. Yeah.
11
That's
runs
the
needed.
name I was looking at.
11
Odion
runs
Smith.
needed.
Both from Jamaica. Sheldon Cottrell 5 sixes, Odion Smith 2 sixes.
He never came back into the eye.
He is the ultimate nightmare for Punjab Kings. Because he's had great knocks against them only. Jamaican, Sheldon Cottrell 5 sixes. Odion Smith, Jamaican, hit him for 2 sixes. And Sam Curran,
Sam
left-hander,
Curran, yeah.
got 4.
Just over the man, short leg.
Sam
short fine
Curran,
leg.
Sam Curran is in good form. Huh?
Very.
Yeah, he is.
And let's not forget, he was player of the tournament when England won.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Quiz question.
Yeah.
One by one. Okay. Or if anyone knows the answer, raise the hand so that
Okay.
others can try first and then, who was player of the tournament at the 2007 T20 World Cup? Okay, wait. Give your answers.
I do not actually remember. No.
Let me think. Just give me a moment.
Was it Chris Gale?
Okay, take in your answer.
Was it? Go with the Yusuf Pathan?
Take in your answer. Yusuf Pathan only played the
One.
final.
Ah.
How can he be player of the tournament?
Shahid Afridi.
Bang on.
The other guy was Umar Gul I had in mind. He was the highest wicket taker.
The man of the
Shahid.
match
I
was
didn't want to
Irfan
take
Pathan.
that punt.
In the final. Man of the match, Irfan
Irfan Pathan. Yes.
Irfan.
Pathan. Yes.
Shahid Afridi was.
Yes. Despite a duck in the final. Imagine.
Mr. Boom Boom.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Who was player of the tournament 2014? Anyone knows the answer?
No.
2016?
Sangakkara?
2016?
16 was. Jeez, who was it in 16? I do not remember.
Both I think is Virat.
Virat Kohli, yes.
14
Virat
and
Kohli.
16.
Yeah.
16 makes sense. Yeah.
Even 14.
And 14.
14.
Yes.
A semi-final 50, then a final 50, also 74. Yeah.
14 and 16 both.
21, I think, was David Warner.
Correct.
Yes, that was
David
David
Warner,
Warner.
21.
And Mitchell
absolutely.
Marsh was the finalist. He was the man of the match.
That I can't remember. Player of the tournament, David Warner. Absolutely right.
22, Sam
22,
Curran.
Sam Curran, I said.
Yeah, he was an ultimate MVP.
24, Jasprit
Just-
Bumrah.
Just see, right?
Yeah. So, whoa. Even I think 9 also wasn't a freebie.
No, he bowled well. No, 9 was.
Both semi-finals, all-round performance, and even
9
final.
I mean,
Gul, Umar Gul, the
no,
bulldozer.
No, I think
Bulldozer.
it could have been. Was it
I think it was Umar Gul, if I'm not mistaken.
Malinga? No.
No.
Gul was just too
Gul,
good.
I mean,
Yeah, Gul.
was
Maybe, I'll
running
check.
through the opponents in
I'll
that
check.
sense.
10, England won.
Peterson.
I think it was Peter. I was going to say him or Collingwood, but I don't know.
No, I think it was KP.
No.
KP was the player of the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the
We've done
finalist
all.
was Craig Kieswetter. The
Keys better. I remember it.
12 was Sammy. No.
Keyswetter is the one Siddharth who got his face injured.
Yeah.
na?
he never played cricket after that.
12 was Sammy, was it? No. Darren Sammy.
No. I know the
Gale,
final
Gale.
it was Samuels who was the man of the match. But player of the tournament, I think it was...
Okay, so 9, 10 and 12.
I think 10 it was KP and Kieswetter.
Yes, Samuel.
Sa-
9 was Dilshan.
Player of the tournament, huh?
9 was
Dilshan. I told you he's Sri Lankan.
Oh yes.
Told you he's Sri
TM
Lankan.
Dilshan.
Yes.
Dilsku.
9. What about the 10?
I
2010.
have the entire list.
Yeah.
10 was Peterson.
Ah.
And 12 was Watson.
Shane
Watto!
Watto, yeah.
Man, it was his knock that knocked India out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
And yeah, 14, 16, VK.
DK. And 21 Warner, 22 was...
See, rest
Curran.
I got all.
Yeah.
Barring these 3, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandeep, to be very honest, I will not read anything about today's batting against Zimbabwe, who were thrashed by WI2. I don't want to be in an illusion that everything is green now, which is a myth, nothing to enjoy.
But I'll tell you what, Sandeep, I kind of, could agree with you, but only I will not. And I'll tell you why. It's not about the opposition. I think it is about the pitch. If India had been given a pitch like this versus another opposition, I think they would have gotten you the runs. And that's why I go back to that South Africa game where you played on a black soil pitch. You should have given them a red soil pitch like today. India would have had a better chance versus South Africa. I'm not guaranteeing a win on a given day. South Africa could have won too on that. But I think India, I don't know why India keeps doing that in an effort to lay a trap for the opposition, they end up falling in it. Not as much as what happened in 2023. That was an absolute failure in that part. This time I'm thinking it was not a bad pitch. It was a calculated risk. And I can see why they were doing that. That maybe South Africa might struggle on that pitch, only to realize now teams have become prepared how to handle those pitches. So now your best chances have a belter of a track. See, I'll give you an example. Even if you look at now overseas tours, when India traveled to South Africa, those were all belters and India was doing well. So even if you get good bouncy, nice batting pitches, you'll do well, which is why I was a bit surprised you've given a pitch like that. Have Chennai-like pitch. Yes, you run the risk of the opposition also hammering you, but more often than not, you'll outscore them. That's the batting you have. So I don't think this is an illusion, this batting. This is what this batting is. Just that you have been giving them pitches which doesn't allow this kind of stroke making. You give them that. Of course, also I'm not saying Zimbabwe is South Africa. A Marco Jansen, a Lungi Ngidi, a Kesa Maharaj will offer you a completely different challenge. I'm not denying, but I still back this Indian. Maybe not 250, but they're good enough to get 220 against a good bowling lineup also on a pitch.
True. Abhishek again is saying, why manage bowling, have all batting? It's not a balance. It's
A
not
stupid idea, no balance.
No balance, yeah.
Yeah, which is what we started our discussion with. Maybe you can look at. See, the one other thing they could have looked at, I don't know, maybe if you're looking for that sixth bowling option and if Dubey is not there, then instead of a Tilak, then you think of a Washi. And see, Akshar is being underutilized as a batter anyway. I'm not saying Washi goes suddenly to the place Tilak is, but I think Akshar is a good enough batter to go there. And then Washi fills in the spot lower down for Akshar, which is being underutilized right now. He hardly gets a chance to bat. That way you get one more bowling option that you're carrying. She's no match winner with the ball, but can get you
Runs.
Yeah, and offer you something different with the ball. So that's why you're covering up a bit. I think that's something you can look at. I know it's a day where Tilak's had a very good run, but I'm guessing you're also looking at that bowling combination, or you have the courage to. But then now it's too late. Could have bowled a lot more of Abhishek and Tilak.
Yeah, now it's too late.
But now it's too late.
Naveen again is asking, why rotating Bumrah every time? Sky is ruining him.
Didn't need to keep him rested for
Yeah,
one
I think
over.
Shane said that. Yeah.
You didn't need to.
Exactly.
But I think with Bumrah, when the need is there, he just does
He'll
it.
step up.
He's
Very
an
good
FD,
against South Africa
FD,
yet again.
not a high risk stock like the ones Harshit invests in. He's an FD.
Must say.
You get guaranteed returns every single time.
8%.
Yes.
Done. कुछ भी हो जाए market का, he will give you
He will give you
guaranteed
the
return.
returns. Yes.
You touched on a raw now.
है ना? Where? See, market you got IT stocks. That's why
Bad idea.
IT stocks have
And
had a
the
dip.
Scam hit bank now.
That also you invest. Terrible.
Damn.
I've also invested in banks, but not the scam hit one.
Scam hit one was touted to be the next.
Yeah, it was coming up. Yeah.
Touted to be like the next
That's
four
what
letter
happens. That's what happens.
bank
That's what happens.
that does very well. Anyway,
That's what happens.
Praneet Datta
comebacks
saying,
are a part of life and stock market.
Yeah, be in the long term game.
Yeah.
Long term. Daily, you're not a trader. Na,
Trader.
that you have to keep getting money. Just if you have some little bit money, just buy it and forget it.
yeah.
Then when you need it in an emergency or for some investment, or you like if you become a house owner like Shane, then you can think of.
I have the other expense before that to take care of. Na?
Marriage.
Yeah.
That way, your dad would have saved up.
Exactly. And वो भी लड़के की शादी. Come on, let's be
So that Dubey. I mean, Praneet Datta saying Dubey did his job in match versus SA, took brevis wicket. Everyone went for runs except for Arshan Boom. He should be bought in between 6 to 10 overs ideally.
Agree. That's the only time you should bring him in. And if he doesn't do well in 1 over, for the love of God, don't bring him back for a second.
Yes.
And I'm saying this is a big Dubey fan. I like the guy.
Yeah.
He bowls his heart out, tries, the effort is there. So sometimes if you fall a little short, it's okay. It's like, koi baat nahi. Fine. It's okay. No problem.
No, see again, as I said, anyone can go for runs. The thing is that what you are noticing with Dubey in the last 2 games, when you start bowling these wides,
That's never a good sign.
Yeah, like you're getting
rattled.
You're like rattled. You're getting scared to get hit, and that is showing a lack of confidence. If you go, you try your slower ones, which he was doing very well, and surprise with a quick bouncer as well. He's really surprised a few batters with that. You go with that. Doesn't matter if you get hit. You follow your template, which is what he's not doing.
Yeah, today, see, the one he tried a backward hand, it went way over. It was a no ball. So, I don't know what was happening with Shivam Dubey at that stage. Danush is saying Zimbabwe in Super 8 is boring like
He needs to
Ireland.
get his haircut changed.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going.
That's true.
Asia Cup haircut should be back. There he bowled like, imagine, I'll never forget.
Maybe it's a bit like
Contribution
Samson.
in
No?
the final, yeah.
It was like Samson. No? The power's in the hair.
This
He
cute-
chopped it now and
cute
it's no
boy
good.
Haircut needs to go. Huh?
Samson of Gaza, yeah.
Yeah. Samson and Delilah. What's
Delilah
it?
was his wife,
Delilah,
yeah.
I remember that.
Danush is saying Zimbabwe in Super 8 boring like Ireland. 2007 Cricket World Cup. After the initial thing against both Pakistan and they beat Bangladesh in the Super 8s, they just didn't perform in the other games.
But today, as we pointed out in our mid-show, some of the decisions taken by Zimbabwe also baffling. There is a problem that India has against off-spin. You're not getting the spinners at all. That's, one Sanju Samson being a right-hander cannot spook you, na? Adam Markram is a right-hander. That doesn't stop teams to bowl a spinner to Adam Markram in the power play as well. The teams do it, yeah. So totally baffling. And again, your best bowlers, Evans and Muzrabani, you're not even bringing them. The newbie that they got, he's bowling. Firstly, why did he come into the team? Comes into the team, is bowling at a stage where openers
They've already is well settled.
I don't know what were they doing.
And then they used him to settle themselves further. Like, acha, you've come, gone, good, boom, boom.
The only thing
Check the
consistent with Zimbabwe is that Bennett guy.
Yeah.
Brian Bennett, my God.
277 runs.
277 is his average.
Imagine.
He wouldn't have had an average had he not been dismissed in that Oman game.
No, West Indies.
West Indies.
5. He got dismissed for 5 in that.
It's only one dismissal.
Yeah. He had 48, 64, 63 and now 97.
My God.
Unbeaten. Only that 5 against West Indies. He's only the second Zimbabwean to get 100 in all 3 formats.
Yeah.
Brendan Taylor was the first. Now he's
Should
got-
IPL teams be looking at him? But more than him, I think, Muzrabani, yeah.
I mean, was part of
Yeah.
RCB last year.
Actually, yeah, even Sikandar Raza for that matter.
Yeah.
He has
Punjab-
been there.
Punjab Kings, he was there.
He was there. He's been there and thereabouts.
Yeah, but they should try Brian Bennett. Very, very solid guy.
I agree.
And it's not that he's slowing down or anything. Like
No,
today also
he's
kept
very young
attacking.
also. So,
Oh, kept attacking. It's not like he's saving his wicket so he's not
excuse
out.
me. Yeah.
He's attacking as well.
Exactly. Ashish Dhar with 2 comments. India has allergy to winning by big margins. And Varun
But
is no
72 is big, yeah. Come on.
You went bigger, fair, but this is a big margin.
Varun no longer a mystery. Play Kuldeep against WI.
But you know what? I'll tell you one thing. He's right about Varun no longer being a mystery spinner. I've been watching him for ages. He's no longer a mystery spinner. He's a leg break bowler with variation. And that's what's actually made him the number 1 T20 spinner in the world.
He's a off spinner with
Yes.
variation.
He's a right arm googly with variation.
Yes.
But he's no longer a mystery spinner. The mystery spinner, he's not been since 2021. As someone who watches and
He says that
observes
because
him.
he missed the stats I had come in with the other day. 70% of his deliveries are all googly.
Yeah.
We would accuse of Bishnoi.
Which is a stock delivery.
Which is stock delivery. 80% of his deliveries have come off that delivery.
Exactly. Wickets, you mean?
80% of wickets, you mean?
Yeah,
80% of his deliveries have come on the deliveries.
of his wickets.
Okay. Praneeth has a question for you, Shane and Harshit. Shane, Harshit, T20s are one at the top. If Sanju can keep batting like this, getting quick fire 30, it will become easier for the rest of the
So
long.
that's what I'm saying. That's the risk then you're running.
Actually,
saying-
you had the debate.
We had
Yeah, yeah.
So you just not the full debate. This is sum up. You were happy with this.
I was very happy.
This is what you expect out of him.
Yes.
I'm greedy. I want more.
You wanted more.
Unhappy, but also realistically saying you can't change anything now. 3 matches.
Yeah, but you expect more, is what you're saying.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
A
okay.
little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thoda, you want, after you buy veggies, you want dhania also.
Free. No, you're not asking for too much, by the way.
Yeah.
I see.
Like you're not unreasonable with your demands. Let me just put it that way.
You've
Yeah.
got to have.
Dhania is your birthright.
And a little bit of chili also. Was,
Adrak.
Adrak you never get free.
Actually,
man.
no, he's right. It's stopped now that dhania free.
Yeah.
You know, earlier Blinkit also used to give you free.
Yeah,
If you
that's
ordered.
true.
They've
That's
stopped
true.
it.
X
They've
amount
stopped
of
it.
vegetables, yes.
They've stopped it now.
Heights.
If you bought worth some,
say 250, 300 bucks
something
for the
like-
vegetables.
Dhania free.
now it's stopped.
Yeah, that's
Sad.
how.
But then I remember this stand-up comic who went like, everyone is so greedy about this dhania, they'll fight. Tell me what taste does dhania? Like you put it, but it doesn't really
Garnishing.
garnish.
It's
but
just
like,
a garnish.
Yeah, it's like who dies or craves for one? Like like if elaichi is not there in a certain thing, you
Like a biryani, for
yeah,
instance.
you'll know that it's
Yeah.
not there, or haldi is not there. You know it's a spice that you will miss,
Yeah.
or a salt, or
Or some nice ginger garlic paste.
lal mirch or whatever, or ginger garlic. It's like dhania there doesn't really matter. Yet you will fight for it.
Free ka dhania.
Free ka
Give me the free ka dhania so I can keep it in my fridge, make it let it rot and then throw it in the dustbin. And then you'll just justify it being like free ka hi
chutney,
tha.
yes.
If you make a good dhania chutney, then I agree.
But you know, chutney is also mint ka acha.
not
Usme you
dhania.
add, whatever you get is mint.
Yeah.
They
Dhania
add
today.
dhania to it, I know.
Dhania.
Dhania today. Indeed. Ashish, the Dubey not bowled, would India run rate better than WI?
Debatable. Well, what if in the 4th over Hardik went for runs? We've seen that happen sometimes.
Well, there's a funny thing that's coming in from the press conference. I thought I'd share with you guys. So apparently, because you were talking about Brian Bennett, so a journalist asked in the press conference to the Zimbabwe player who had come that why do you think Brian Bennett did not reach his 100? And the person who came for the press, he said, I am Brian Bennett.
I could understand if that journalist had a twin. I mean, even Brian has a twin brother in David Bennett.
Yeah.
He could have gotten mistaken in that, but oh god.
I am Brian Bennett.
should be the meme in our story.
My sympathies. My sympathies.
No, you can put it in your story. You'll actually get the bite. You can put that much.
Are many who Brian Bennett?
Oh, this reminds me of. It reminds me of how I was just Googling, actually. I just remembered. So, 2017, India hosted the FIFA World Cup. Okay,
The under 17.
Under 17, yeah, the under 17 FIFA. Oh, no, not Jackson, worse. Okay, now India hosting under 17 is the first time you're hosting a FIFA tournament. I'm just hoping, and by the way, I was like 3 months into my career, 3-4 months into my career. I started my career in June, and it's like October, and I'm going to cover. So it's like, oh my God, what's happening here? And I'm thinking, okay, let's see how is it. And I was a very young journalist in a room of old fuddy-duddies. I'm being very honest. A lot of the people there were so old that they used to come to me because I could transcribe quotes quickly.
Yeah.
You know how I used to do it? I used to type it on my phone.
Yeah.
Because obviously, texting generation, I've written it. And they're like, how do you have it? I'm like, do you want it? Anyway, leave that aside. The funniest thing happens. First day, the day before the match, India versus Ghana. Oh Lord. Normally what was happening, so the PC, you'd have captain and coach. Okay, the coach obviously turned up and everyone is prepared that, okay, the captain is coming. His name was Eric something. I'm forgetting what his name was. And they announced before, like when the press conference is happening, that so-and-so is here, coach this, and this player is here. And you're thinking, okay, this is not Eric. So half your questions are out of the window there. Like, because you don't know. I had researched his favorite player was Eden Hazard. I'm happy Chelsea. I'll ask him something. It wasn't him. First question that is asked, this one journalist goes, Eric? And I'm like, oh no, it's not Eric. And then it gets better. He's like, Eric, so you are playing as a winger. Would you like to finish as the top goal scorer? And I'm like, oh shit, this isn't Eric. And that guy thankfully had a sense of humor. He's like, I would love to finish as top goal scorer, even though I am defender. And I'm like, arey yaar, first day, not cut gayi sabki.
I mean, I remember in 2013, there was a press conference, I think, Lewis Hamilton. He came, and I think F1, there was something, and the journalist...
Rohini.
Huh?
Rohini.
No, it was, I think, here in Budh. There was one press conference that...
During the race?
During the race, yeah.
Achha, okay.
So, Mr. Levi's Hamilton. Mr. Levi's.
So, my personal favorite was when they asked Niki Lauda would be the favorite for the Ashes.
Austria.
Yeah, because they thought,
Australia.
Because he's Australian, but he's Australian.
He's Austrian.
Oh, damn.
I know. That was bad.
I'm Brian Bennett. My sympathies.
Oh God.
Rakesh Bhushan is saying, who thought win with Zimbabwe will be celebrated the way we are doing? This team has not played to our expectations. From here, are we betting on 3 wins for this team?
I am.
Anything can happen. Yeah, this is a lottery format. Anything can happen on a given day. You may face up England or New Zealand. You got a good record against them. You can beat them also.
Mr. Gavaskar, though, I asked him the favourites. He's picked 2 as the favourites, and India aren't one of them.
South Africa and someone, I'm guessing.
And New Zealand?
England.
Oh.
Wow.
South Africa and England.
England. Wow.
Look how much things have changed.
How the turntables.
That interview will be up shortly on Sports Today. You can check that out. Mr. Sunil Gavaskar's analysis.
Are we guys doing much the same if you are picking 2 favourites from now?
Tomorrow, na? Dugout, what you
Yeah.
One day 11. The other day, what happened in practice?
Final practice, you perform. What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah. Ashish, they're saying 1% chance of precipitation, Kolkata.
No, I don't trust you, Ashish. When Siddharth, he will do the weather report.
Full wind speed, humidity, moisture, everything. Right, Siddharth?
Total. Bharat Raj is saying, what are the chances of India winning against West Indies?
Fairly
Start
high.
as the favourites.
Fairly high.
Yeah, even I say India start as favourites.
High.
Percentage ratio, come tomorrow.
To be decided.
TBD.
TBD. Or TBC, to be confirmed. Rakesh Bhushan again. Nikhil, take rest. Are we going to see you in finals on ground if India make it? Hope you recover soon.
I don't know whether I'll be there or not. That is a decision that will be taken higher up. But
What out TBD?
but
also TBD,
I don't know whether I'll be fit enough to be walking or walking maybe, but traveling I'm not sure.
It's a different
So I don't know, but thank you for your good wishes, Rakesh. I am taking rest most of the time. In fact, this is the first day in the last 4-5 days that I've stepped out of the house. And I came because today I was a bit worried in the morning. I was very anxious. This could have been the final day for India in this World Cup. I mean, that is where we were. And it's turned out to be an absolute brilliant day because both results went your way. So
Correct.
I thought I must be in office for this day. Now, Sunday is another must-win day. So I'll come to office again on Sunday.
Yes. Rakesh Bhushan. These days, if you notice, lesser-known batsmen hit 6 of Bumrah. At times, does he let his guard down? Otherwise, he's a miser and still India's great.
No, I think it's because the lesser known batters know if they get out to him also, it's not a big deal. It's Bumrah. And if you get a 6 of him, might just be a career highlight for you.
Yeah.
A documentary.
But do you think he lets his guard down?
He doesn't.
Oh, yeah, naughty boy.
50 but.
I know, 50-part documentary. Abhishek Sharma. Guys, do you think I look like Patrick Bateman?
Who the hell is Patrick Bateman? Let me have to check that.
I know.
And would you have to send us a picture? Is
Yeah.
this picture? This is your actual picture, Abhishek? Or is he saying the Abhishek Sharma?
Yeah, he's impersonating the Abhishek Sharma.
Ah, okay, let's see.
I know Jason.
Ah, okay, this one.
No, come on.
No.
No,
That's
but he is-
Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. Oh, from the character.
Yeah.
No, but I think he's talking about the real one, isn't he?
No, he's talking about Christian Bale, the character looking similar. No.
No.
I don't think Abhishek Sharma and Christian and
I don't
Patrick
see
Bateman
that.
took that line.
There's a little. I know what he's trying to
The
get.
hair.
Like click the first picture on the left on top. Yeah, just click.
The clean look.
Yeah, somewhere like see that one in the tie there below.
Ah.
No, go back. Yeah, I know what you're saying. And
That's one.
niche.
Very passing resemblance.
Left. Yeah, see that?
Ah.
Yeah. Is it-
Passing resemblance, you can
little
say.
bit
Very,
like
very, very
Abhishek.
small.
Yeah, there is. I know what you're saying. There is some sort of resemblance, but not
Only
exactly.
2 cricketers.
Not a
Not a
doppelganger.
striking resemblance.
Only 2 I can remember striking resemblance. Nathan Bracken and Emily Moresmo in their peak. Look at it. Nathan Bracken and Emily Moresmo when Bracken was playing in 2006-05 and look at Emily
there.
Moresmo. Yeah. Just look at it. And Joe Root and Ellen DeGeneres.
I was just going to say Joe Root and Ellen DeGeneres.
Striking.
Even I had done one of Roger Federer and this woman tennis player. Yeah, what's her name? I show you.
Is it Roger Federer the only one that wins is Arbaz Khan?
Arbaz Khan. I know.
No, I'll show you.
He was Raju. He went to Switzerland. He became Roger.
Roger.
Oh God. Wait, then if it's Federer and
No, there was I think Romanian player or someone. Romanian, I think. I'll show it to you. I have it somewhere.
okay.
And then I'll send it here and then you guys can...
Patrick Bateman. Okay.
Well, I like what Deepak Krishna is saying, is echoing the point I was making. He said, why is Dubey given the last over when Bumrah and Hardik had overs remaining considering an hour?
Rainy day.
I really don't know what they were doing with the bowling today. They were just experimenting for the heck of it.
See, I have a few, See, I'll show you. Now that I have... Parthiv Patel and Hessen.
Hessen,
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a much
Parthiv
closer
Patel and
resemblance. Yeah,
Hessen.
yeah.
Wait, I have more. I like
Ben
doing
Stokes
these.
and Ed Sheeran?
Arey, wait.
Gingers.
Zlatan Ishant.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Except the beard part, but yeah.
Zlatan Ishant. Okay. Then this one. Bangar and this guy, that actor that used to be there. If you give him a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mustache.
Oh yes. Popular character actor.
Yeah. Kabi or something. His last name is Kabi.
I'll give you another one. Not
Neeraj
cricket,
Kabi.
Neeraj Kavi. Oh yes.
no, not cricketers, but Nico Rosberg, the 2016 F1 world champion, had the nickname Britney. Among the because blonde hair, kind of.
Britney Spears.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was given the
God.
nickname Britney.
That's,
Oh God. But who is Roger Federer and
I'm telling you, I'll have that.
See,
picture.
Arbaz for sure.
Arbaz Khan for sure.
Arey, I will get you. Don't you worry. I have
Yeah.
it somewhere.
Yeah, Raju and Roger in that sense. Yeah. Damn. So yeah, go to the comments here before we. Yeah. Siddharth fans from Chennai, please speak a word in Tamil for fans from Tamil Nadu.
Come on, do this, yaar.
சரிப்பா on popular demand நான் பேசுவேன் தமிழ்ல இன்னைக்கு நீங்கள் சஞ்சு சாம்சனோட கேட்டேளா புடிடா அது என்னோட ரொம்ப பெரிய highlight in the whole match. What I'm saying is today my highlight was Sanju Samson speaking brilliant Tamil behind the stumps.
Yeah, he can.
Pudida, there was one thing in which he told Varun Chakravarti. Pudida, means stop it. He was very animated today, so that's why.
We did with Ashwin in Tamil only.
Of course. I mean, Vanakkam is a Tamil word for thank you and hello.
Yeah.
So in that sense, so yeah, I mean, I would have loved to be there, but yes, it was fun seeing. Okay, I think we had one or two more.
No, done. It's a repeat.
Okay. Abhishek, so it's from PK.
Yes.
Sarfaraz.
Sarfaraz ka call aa gaya.
Call aa gaya ji, yes. Indeed. Go ahead. Came, scored 50, sent fly kiss to GF, left, aura farming day by day.
Next level, half of this team is filled with aura farmers. Arjdeep, when he got that DRS.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
Everybody wants to be Shaheen, the spread eagle.
The eagle, the cheagle.
Yeah, go ahead. UV Pa watching Abhishek Sharma's form. Aakhir wo din aa hi gaya. I think it's on DDLJ.
Yes.
Yeah. Amrish Puri, Yuvraj Singh. Okay. Did you notice all the time Sanju Samson was out of the team, Abhishek wasn't scoring runs? He's back among runs as soon as Sanju got his place back in the
That's
team.
not true. I mean, Abhishek was getting good runs alongside Shubman as well.
Yeah. I mean, that one game against Pakistan, he was in good form there also.
Yeah.
But I think, no, even then Sanju, I think, wasn't the team. He wasn't batting in that particular thing. Yeah, number 3 or number 5 in the
He used to
Oman
bat
game.
number 7, 8 types also. But
Against Oman he batted, where Surya demoted him to number 11.
Oh god, don't remind me.
Zimbabwe is the washing machine where every Indian is washing away their bat. Damn, yeah, that's harsh. But yeah, that's why Australia was so bad. Go ahead. Babar, when Abhishek Sharma got his form back in Zimbabwe, oh god, ek match mere ko bhi dila de.
Zimbabwe.
Insult to Zimbabwe, by the way. South Africa watching Indian batting. छोटे छोटे सैनिकों को मारता है निर्लज्ज. From Ramayana. This is Sugriv. Yeah, निर्लज्ज. This tournament is wild. One day a team looks like they're reaching final, not even semis I'm talking about. Another day they are out of the tournament. One day a team is out of the tournament and the other day they're winning the title in people's script. Wild and fun.
Yeah, I mean, any thoughts why such one-sided encounters?
That is surprising considering this is supposed to be like Super 8s. You're expecting close matches and you're seeing one-sided thrashings.
Only one game has been a thriller. England-Pakistan.
Correct.
That's
and that too is also because of England's tendency to self-destruct.
Exactly.
Yeah, that also they should have won easily.
They should have won it by like 7 wickets.
Yeah.
But no game in Group X has been thrilling.
Yeah, all been one-sided.
All one-sided, indeed.
Next.
Every Indian to Aiden Markram. तू बहुत मस्त काम करता है.
This is after what happened.
Munna bhai, this is wrong.
But see, South Africa benefited themselves also because they won. India's win means they've qualified. The second team to qualify for the semis.
Yeah.
The queue
Zimbabwe
is
eliminated South Africa queue because only one team from West Indies or India
can get to 4 points.
Prepared now. If South Africa are to be ultimate winners, you will see a second-time champion emerge without dropping a game.
Without dropping a game. Yeah.
Next.
True that. Indians to Aiden Markram. तू मेरा कोई ना होके भी कुछ लागे. Arijit now retired. Go ahead. Zimbabwe in group stage. Zimbabwe in Super 8.
Chota Don.
Chota Don. True. Knockout match against West Indies and West Indies have unbeaten record at Eden Gardens in T20 World Cup.
That is true actually, yeah.
In both Mumbai and Kolkata, they have not been beaten in the T20 World Cup.
Interesting.
Yeah. Zimbabwe in Super 8 254 and 256. हम कोई मंदिर का घंटा है कि कोई भी आके बजा जाता है. From
Hangama.
No. Yeah, Hangama. You're right. Hangama.
Hangama, yaar.
Yeah.
I was watching this movie recently.
Yes.
It's a good rewatch. It's a very
Fantastic movie. Radhe Shyam Tiwari. Pakistan looking at New Zealand's NRR. बहुत पीछे रह गए ना मैं भाई. But again, 40-30 runs, boss. That's the equation. Yeah. If New Zealand lose by 5 runs, you have to beat Sri Lanka by 65 runs.
Yeah. Correct.
That's the only thing. Go ahead. Markram did more for India than Sky, Tilak, Abhishek combined. Then shift allegiance to South Africa. Na? FIFA has paid ICC to promote football in a much awaited India game. Oh, what skills you have?
That was a very good save.
Super.
Top notch save.
It should have been Siraj bowling at the other end. Then you have done a ये bowling वाला experiment World Cup में नहीं करना होता भाई. Good. दुबे जी तो जॉब लेकर ही मानेगा.
Basically, the bowling coach is saying this.
Bowling coach, Mr. Morne, runs पे मत जा लाडला, मेरे intent पे जा. Yes.
We can't go on runs.
Doesn't have that many. Yes.
But intent.
92 runs in 7 matches in that sense. So RN is
The same if
Merv highest once.
I think he meant to write Merv Hughes.
Merv Hughes, okay, but I can't make head or tail of.
No, he said Merv Hughes once went near a batsman, farted and told him hit this for a 6 if you can. This is true.
Oh, damn.
He was one of the legendary sledges. He was getting whacked left, right, center. So he went far and said hit this for a 6 if you can. Apparently the umpire had to halt play for 5 minutes because everyone was laughing.
No, but you know what is the coldest sledge? David Boone, Malcolm Marshall. Boone was clueless. Malcolm Marshall, I mean, he's frustrated. Okay, you're struggling so much. Should I come round the wicket to kill you? To put you out of your misery? That's how he was, man. Malcolm Marshall. Yeah. Ashish, the VKRS not motivated for T20 World Cup on getting B grade?
The grade never mattered.
Nothing of that sort.
Never mattered.
कुछ नहीं है. Piyush Nandre, very boring World Cup. They should bring back 2003 Super 6 format, where even league matches have relevance. I read somewhere they're bringing it to 2027 ODI World Cup. Is it true? Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have to go back to that format. No?
Because 14 teams, 3 hosts.
Why?
Indeed. So, shall we call it a night, gentlemen? You didn't find Roger Federer's...
No, yeah, I have it. I'd made it. I can't find it where it is.
Okay.
It's there someone, but I'll send it on the group.
Okay, so that's it. One Super Thursday over. Now we head for 2 Group Y games tomorrow. Yeah. England, New Zealand tomorrow, and we'll find out who's our 3rd semi-finalist.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So from me, Harshit, Shane and Nikhil, it is bye-bye, good night, Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Eat your vegetables.
Don't trouble your mother. Subscribe to Sports Today.
Subscribe to Sports Today.
Bye-bye.